What's up guys, welcome back to Coasters in Perspective. Today, I'm going to make my final part of this series, which is ranking every single theme park chain. To qualify for this list, the chains must have had at least 5 parks in their portfolio. If not, then they would be mentioned in the honorable mentions video, which I made a few days ago. If you already haven't seen part 1 and 2, I would strongly recommend you watch those before watching this video. Now, before we start, I just want to mention that we are so close to 50 subscribers, and if you are our 50th subscriber, I will give you a shout out in the next video. Now, let's get right into it. And taking the 3rd spot on our list, we have Seaworld. Seaworld is known for being very hated in a lot of people's minds for their cruel animal shows. But in my opinion, Seaworld has actually been doing very well recently on rehabilitation, and they've been doing really well, of course, with their roller coaster collection. Seaworld, in my opinion, mixes the best of both worlds with theming and great rides, though the other 2 spots on this list do it even better, but I'll get to that in a bit. SeaWorld also owns the 2 Busch Gardens parks and SeaWorld San Antonio and SeaWorld San Diego and SeaWorld Orlando. Starting with SeaWorld Orlando, it is, from what I've heard, a great park with their 5 really great roller coasters such as the well-regarded Mako. Mako is regarded to be one of the best hyper roller coasters in the world, if not the best B&M hypercoaster in the world, for its famous 5-second floater Airtime hill and other numerous Airtime moments. I like to think of SeaWorld Orlando as the best of B&M, seeing as they have one of the best B&M hypers, one of the best B&M flying coasters, and one of the best B&M floorless coasters. As for Icebreaker, it looks like it's going to be a fun ride with some fun Airtime moments, but I have no idea when SeaWorld is going to open that. Same goes for Iron Gwazi and Pantheon and Emperor. The other SeaWorld marketed parks is SeaWorld San Diego and SeaWorld San Antonio. I just decided to talk about Orlando the most since it's the flagship SeaWorld park in my opinion. As for the flagship ride at those other parks, SeaWorld San Diego has Manta, which is often held to high regard for being a great family coaster by Mako. Though next year they are getting, or I don't know when it's going to open, but I hope next year they are getting a new B&M dive coaster by the name of Emperor. I think this is going to be the new flagship ride at this amazing park. The flagship ride of SeaWorld San Antonio is Steel Eel, their Morgan mini hyper. Now let's move on to the flagship parks of the SeaWorld chain, which are the Busch Gardens parks. The Busch Gardens parks are often held to high regard to being some of the most beautiful and well-maintained parks in the world. These 2 Busch Gardens parks are Busch Gardens Tampa and of course Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Though I only went to Busch Gardens Tampa when I was very young, I really want to get back there soon, but both of these parks look to be absolutely amazing. Both parks have a great coaster lineup, which is compatible to their amazing presentation and theming of their attractions. The flagship rides of both parks is at Busch Gardens Williamsburg is Griffin, their B&M dive coaster. And at Busch Gardens Tampa, they have Montu, which is held to high regard as being one of the best B&M inverted coasters, if not the best. I can't say enough great things about these 2 parks, and I really hope to get back to them one day. So SeaWorld Entertainment was our 3rd place spot on the list. Who's at 2nd? None other than Merlin. Pretty much of the things I said about SeaWorld pretty much applies to Merlin. They are the best of both worlds, with theming and great attractions. Though Merlin owns many other parks, and that is mostly the reason I decided to put them over SeaWorld. And they own 8 Legolands. 8 Legolands. That's just crazy. Merlin's flagship park is Alton Towers in the UK, and it is not hard to see why. And let me just say that all of their rides have super dark themes, and I don't know, I'm kind of a sucker for that. Now, Alton Towers has gotten consistent coaster additions over the last few years, and all of these additions have been absolutely amazing, such as the Smiler and Wicker Man. The Smiler, on the other hand, has 14 inversions, which holds the record for the most inversions of any roller coaster in the world. Not to mention that this park is absolutely beautiful, and I would love to come here someday. I would probably compare Alton Towers to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in a way, as they both have that UK feel, and they both have beautiful centerpieces. Now, I'm only going to talk about one more park in the Merlin chain because there are just way too many others. This would be Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park is known as being the little brother of the Merlin chain, with Alton Towers being the older one, and the one getting the more attention. Thorpe Park is known for these three very iconic coasters, which is Nemesis Inferno, Saw the Ride, and of course the Swarm, known as being one of the best B&M wing coasters in the world. All of these coasters have super dark themes, which again, I just love. And all the coasters in the Merlin chain seems to be very well themed and always have a continuing storyline, maybe except for the kiddie coasters. So that was pretty much our number 2 spot in a nutshell, and now let's move on to our number 1 spot on this list, which is it's Universal, no doubt about it. When I say best of both worlds, this is what I'm talking about. Bringing in insane airtime-filled attractions with some of the best theming you will ever see. This is my favorite theme park chain, and there's no doubt about it. If you're judging just on roller coasters, maybe you could criticize them for having too little, but then again, the ones they have are amazing. This is the perfect representation of quality over quantity, and this quality is quality times 1,000. Am I saying quality too much? The amazing attractions that they have in their portfolio is, of course, the highly themed Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, which is, in my opinion, looks to be one of the best family coasters in existence. Then you have, of course, the one and only Velocicoaster. Velocicoaster looks to be one of the best roller coasters in the world. People rave about its airtime and amazing sequence of elements. And how could I forget about that Mosasaurus roll? And not to forget the amazing theming that comes with it. A great ride compared with great theming makes perfection, and this looks like an absolutely perfect ride. I can't say enough great things about Velocicoaster, and I really hope to get to ride it very soon. And how could I ever forget about the Incredible Hulk? One of the best ever B&M loopers. The Incredible Hulk is an intense ride experience with some amazing moments of positive G's. And how could I forget, what's this? Oh, yes. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. How could I forget? Now, Universal also has some other amazing parks, but we don't really talk about those. I mean, they're great and all, but pretty much Universal Orlando is pretty much the only one worth going to. No offense. So that is going to conclude my series of ranking every single theme park chain. What did you think of this series? Make sure to let me know down in the comments down below. Then again, I just want to remind all of you that we are so close to 50 subscribers, and if you subscribe next, you will be shouted out in my next video. Now, please make sure to like the video. These videos take a ton of time to produce, and when you like the video, it shows your appreciation for the channel and motivates me to make more content like this in the future. And on a side note, is it just me, or did Coastoons just completely rip off my other series? But other than that, I really hope you guys are having a great day, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.